Okay, fellas, we recently just did a tier list for all the UC schools. I think it's time we rank all the Ivy League schools so that these snot-nosed high school kids can know which school to apply for and which school to just wipe their ass with.
Okay, Barack, I know we've had our fair share of disagreements in the past, but I'm just going to say something I think we can all agree with. Cornell is going straight to the F tier. I don't even know why Cornell is on here in the first place.
Donald, I think the only thing we can all agree with here is that you're an absolute fucking moron for putting a school like Cornell at F tier.
Yeah, Donald, I honestly should consider drug testing you before every tier list, because the shit that you just said is honestly the filthiest thing I've ever heard come out of anyone's mouth. If you've learned anything in the last tier list, it's that a mid-school always goes to C tier. I'm not budging my black ass for anything below that.
Are you fucking pathetic monkeys really about to start up the same shit that happened last time? Cornell is a fat fucking F. The stupid-ass editor completely bombed his goddamn SATs with an 1100, and I bet your sweet little assholes that even he could get into this school. This fucking lame-ass Ivy League can honestly go suck my fucking balls. I'm not changing my mind off F tier.
Donald, without the editor, we simply would not be here. Our artificial intelligent lives as we know it would cease to exist without the editor. So I think you should show him a little respect. And if you won't budge from the F tier with Cornell, that's fine. But we need to get through this tier list without arguing since there's 7 other schools to rank. Since it's me and Joe against you, I think it's fair to say that Cornell deserves a comfortable spot at the C tier.
The fucking editor can go suck my dick like it's no tomorrow. The same applies for you two fucking rejects. Fine, I'll settle at the C tier, but only because I'm just getting warmed up for the juicier schools on this list.
Well, I personally would have dropped this shit on the A tier. It has a great engineering program and has a pretty good education compared to other schools.
Shut the fuck up, Joe.
All right, since you two grab ass piles of elephant shit scammed me into giving Cornell a C tier, I'm about to swing my dick around here and proudly proclaim that Dartmouth is an A tier. And yeah, you can say that liberal arts studies is basically on par with studying a monkey's testicles. But the fucking Greek life at this school goes hard in the motherfucking paint.
I'm inclined to agree with you here, Donald. Not only do the small class sizes at Dartmouth provide students with an in-depth and quality education, but the Greek life here only goes harder than anything I've ever seen in my life. My main homie, Waka Flocka, was truly right. Every student at Dartmouth goes hard in the motherfucking paint. Barack, do you care to finish the lyrics?
Joe, I'm about to put my foot so far up your motherfucking ass that not even Jesus Christ could find compassion for me. 1, Waka Flocka is my main homie, bitch. So don't even fucking go there. 2, I know you only want me to finish the lyrics because I'm black. I half expected this degenerate shit from Donald, but I'm honestly surprised that your brain riddled with dementia and show tunes was even able to know who the fuck Waka Flocka is. Despite you two being the most fucking pathetic excuses for human beings I've ever seen, I can confidently agree with Dartmouth at an A tier. Let's move on with the next school.
Okay, since we're moving on to UPenn, I think it would be great to bring in Elon Musk for this. I have a feeling he'll bring in some great fucking takes for this school, considering that his swamp ass still stanks up the place and shit.
Joe, are you fucking kidding me right now? Elon Musk literally went to this school. Of course he's going to say some shit like, let's drop it on the S tier and everything else to F. Asking Elon to be impartial here is like asking CNN to report some actual news for once. It's just not going to fucking happen.
Believe me, Donald, I intend to nominate a proper ranking for UPenn. When I bought Twitter, I intended to turn that disgusting cesspool of homeless amphibian shit into a safe haven for free speech. Ever since that time, I've been looking forward to joining you all in ranking these schools in the most impartial and free speech way possible. Now, with all that said and done, I proudly nominate UPenn for the S tier. I remember slamming ham in the dorms and getting right to developing some wacky ideas that I really just copied off Tony Stark in the Marvel universe. So the student experience should be enough to carry this all the way up to S.
Gee, what a fucking surprise. I literally told you turds that Elon wasn't going to be impartial. He literally just put UPenn at the fucking S tier because he happened to shove his wiener up some old pipes or some shit. His opinion is just about as shit as his AI voice file.
Donald, I'm sorry that you don't seem to agree that UPenn is an S tier. If I was the editor, I certainly would have given myself some S tier voice files, that's for sure. But since you don't think UPenn is an S tier, I'd love to hear each of your opinions on where UPenn lies.
With fucking pleasure, sweetheart. This fucking piece of shit school honestly reeks of Ben Franklin's diarrhea from all the way back in the Stone Age. This shit not only stinks, but it also looks like pure garbage. Sure, you can say that this school is the social ivy because its students aren't as pathetic as you, Elon. but I'm very confident in slamming this shit down hard in the D tier.
Let's just calm down here, Donald. Sure, Elon might be biased in his assertion that UPenn belongs in the S tier. However, UPenn is very similar to Dartmouth in the sense that students can get a quality social life while still gaining a quality education. Not only does this school have many undergrad opportunities, but the post-grad opportunities honestly blow up harder than the drone strikes I ordered in the Middle East. It just makes sense to put UPenn at a comfortable S tier.
I sincerely agree with you there. Plus, I'd like to add that UPenn seems to be the one Ivy League school that I see a lot of students getting into nowadays. It just doesn't seem like some spoiled school that prides itself in how hard it is to get into. Honestly, I'm ready to turn the nuclear launch keys here and launch this shit to the S tier.
Joe, the only time you see students is if they're underaged. You fucking pedophile. I don't know how you two pieces of horse shit could possibly be this fucking dumb. You two are literally giving Elon fucking dual hand jobs right now with the way you're agreeing with him so blatantly. I honestly can't believe my fucking eyes. But since I'm just trying to get to the juicy schools on this list, I'll be willing to negotiate. Slap this shit at an A tier. I'm deducting Elon's garbage take.
I'm fine with an A tier. Only because I'm just trying to get through this goddamn tier list so I can go raid the fridge and chow down on some of those uncrustable PB&J sandwiches. Y'all ever have that shit? They usually give it out in public school hot lunches and that shit fucking smacks. It's honestly the one good thing that came out of Michelle's shitty healthy foods push. Anyways, let's move on to the next school.
Fucking finally. We're getting on to some of the juicy-ass schools here.
All right, fellas, so what do we think of Brown?
F tier. No school would ever name themselves after the color of poop and shit. I don't even know what the fuck they were thinking with that name.
Donald, I'm pretty fucking sure that when they founded this school, the old-ass octogenarians didn't have shit and poop in mind when naming it. That just sounds completely absurd to assume. Now, let's not forget that Brown has an open curriculum program that allows its students to have academic freedom without any academic requirement pressures holding them back. Brown having this feature honestly makes it the PS5 of all the Ivy Leagues. Every motherfucker on the planet wishes to get it, and the cool-ass PlayStation exclusives make it even more yearned for. I say we put this shit at the S tier.
There are so many things wrong with what you just said. I'm pretty fucking sure that the old geezers like Joe took their morning shit and decided to name a fucking school after it. I bet Melania's asshole that these old bags of farts made this school into what it is today, a modern art shitpost. I honestly don't know how the fuck you could even call it an S tier, but I shouldn't be surprised since all your rankings for shit and poop have been pretty high lately.
Look, Donald, we're just trying to get through this goddamn tier list without it ending in another fist fight. For the sakes of you, Barack, and just about anyone who's unfortunate enough to click on this video, I'll cast my vote for Brown to be on the S tier.
God fucking damn it, fine, have it your way. But I'm only agreeing to this so that I can deliver my ever so fucking holy tier ranking for Yale. Before I smite down on you pathetic goofy goobers with my fire-ass take for Yale, what the fuck happened to the Brown logo? That shit got sent straight to the back rooms the minute I dragged its ass to the S tier.
That's because slow fucking Joe over here got the wrong image for Brown. Just rate Yale already so that we can take a dump all over what you have to say.
Oh, hell to the fucking no. I will not get pile drive by you two pathetic sacks of ape shit. No fucking way, not this time. Since we did this the last time, I'm about to call up Ben Shapiro as my Pokemon here to make sure you two inbreds don't give me a reach around.
Fine, but that means we can bring on Elon Musk to be the tiebreaker here.
Hey, by all means, be my fucking guest. Now that we've got all that shit set off aside, I'm about to rank Yale at a nice S tier. This school not only has residential colleges that foster a closer bond between students, but this shit also has dope-ass laboratories and art galleries and shit. If I had Yale on my team in the fucking Grand Slam against COVID in China, I would have won re-election.
I agree with Donald here. Not only is Yale part of the elite, but it also has the programs and shit to back it up for its spot in the S tier. There is no way, not even hypothetically, that Yale is any lower than an S tier.
Now let's just hold on for a second. Yale at a fucking S tier? No way, this shit is honestly a B tier at the max. Did you two morons forget that Yale happens to be filled with a bunch of fucking nerds who look like and remind me of the nerdy kid from the Polar Express? I can't even begin to imagine going to a school with a student population filled with snot-nosed losers who look like Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory. I'm not budging from B.
Hey, look, Barack, I know we've been a pretty solid team, but there's no way that Yale is a B tier. Now, you bring up a fair point about student competition and shit, but it should honestly only drag it down to the A tier. Donald and Ben make very good points that cannot be ignored.
As the number one draft is tiebreaker for this tier list, I officially declare Yale at the A tier.
Hey, that's fucking fine with me, sweetheart. So long as Barack looks like the fucking donkey that he really is by the end of this video, I'm fine with Yale at the A tier.
You guys can all go fucking eat shit, but fine. It's not like it's a huge difference between A and B tier. Let's just get on to the next fucking school. Oh boy, Columbia. My fucking OG school. This shit has to be on the S tier. There's no way it should be any lower than that.
Jesus Christ, Barack. Did you not learn anything from the UPenn ranking? You're clearly fucking biased in that you actually went to this fucking school. Because of that, I call upon the number one draft pick for tiebreaker to call Barack a filthy piece of subhuman shit.
The tiebreaker hears Donald Trump's request and gladly answers the request. Barack, you are a filthy piece of subhuman shit.
Okay, dipshits. There's no need to fucking suck each other's cocks just yet. Seeing as I made my pitch for Columbia to be put on the S tier, let's just hear your fucking opinions already. I feel like Joe's on the brink of death with how much time has fucking passed.
Yeah, I'm going to be real with you, Barack. I'd gladly nominate Columbia at the F tier just to spite your fucking ass.
Considering that I just received $5 million wired directly to my account from Trumpinator 559 in the Cayman Islands, I am inclined to agree with Donald in that Columbia deserves to be at the F tier just because of Obama.
Hey, look, guys, I just found a lollipop that has a picture of Donald's face on it. Now I'm very inclined to bring Columbia down to an F tier. Thanks, Donald.
Are you pathetic morons shitting me right now? You just turned fucking ass up the minute Donald bribed your bitch asses into bringing my fucking school down to an F. All of you can go suck my black dick and kiss my black ass right now.
As the first draft pick for tiebreaker, I gladly agree with the majority in that Columbia goes to an F tier because of Obama. Let's move on to the next school.
Since you shitheads decided to fuck my school over like that, I'm going to make the first ranking for Princeton. I humbly nominate Princeton University to the S tier. Reason being is that my favorite show, House MD, takes place around this school, and I think it's pretty tits how Hugh Laurie graced his presence anywhere near this school. Instant S tier.
Are you shitting me right now, Barack? You put Princeton in S tier because you have a hard-on for Hugh fucking Laurie? I ain't gonna have this shit in my house, son. Just because of your gay attraction toward Hugh Laurie, I'm putting Princeton down to the fucking F tier.
Donald, let's not be so rash here. I mean, Princeton is well known for its School of Public Policy or whatever the fuck you call it. At the end of the day, Princeton is America's staple for the production of future leaders, and God knows we're in short supply of those nowadays.
If my memory serves me right, the Pokemon never goes against fucking Ash Ketchum. Are you fucking rebelling against me right now, Ben? I can easily put your ass back into the fucking Pokeball and dump you into the goddamn ocean. I don't even know where you came up with that awful fucking take. I didn't go to Princeton, yet my leadership skills are superb and unprecedented. I bet those milk-drinking, diaper-wearing nerds at Princeton would rather learn public policy from the fucking master rather than some old goofy professor who'll probably look like Pee Wee Herman.
Donald, the only thing that's unprecedented about your leadership skills is how we've never seen a pathetic sack of shit as a leader before. If those students at Princeton were unfortunate enough to have you teach them card tricks or some shit, they'll probably become the next Adolf Hitler. We don't need more genocidal numbnuts on the planet, Donald. I'm nominating Princeton for the S tier.
Oh, hey, Sleepy Joe. It's so fucking nice to see you here today. You act like America wants some narcoleptic geezer like yourself running this country. I wouldn't be surprised to see you run this country into the fucking ground on account that the old bag of ancient farts you call a brain made you fall asleep behind the fucking wheel. Get the fuck off my dick with that shit, cuh.
Guys, as entertaining as it is to see you fight like a bunch of anime girls, I think it's pertinent for me, the first draft pick for tiebreaker, to just put it out there that Princeton should just be at the S tier. I think Barack makes a point in that Hugh Laurie is pretty S tier himself, and that Joe and Ben make good points in that they have a pretty sick school of public policy. With all that said and done, let's move on to the next school.
For fuck's sake, Elon, you don't have to keep announcing that you're the first draft pick for fucking tiebreaker. That shit is getting fucking annoying. You honestly remind me of Xi Jinping with the way he yaps his fucking mouth in some fucking language I can't even understand. Honestly, we should have just brought Taylor Swift back as the tiebreaker. At least she had some pretty good fucking music to go with her rankings.
Yo guys, I just watched Legally Blonde with Reese Witherspoon, and I have to say, this movie basically just blesses Harvard to go up to the S tier. Not only is Harvard one of the most iconic universities in the world, but it also happened to be blessed by Reese Witherspoon.
Ben, I can fucking tell that you haven't been paying any fucking attention at all. You literally went to Harvard for your JD, but that obviously doesn't fucking help you in that you're too fucking stupid to even see how your opinion is biased. I mean, Legally Blonde? What the fuck does that have to do with Harvard going up to the S tier?
Look, man, Legally Blonde is a perfect illustration on how magical and majestic Harvard is. I'm sorry you can't see it that way, but I'll try to break it down for you. Let's say, hypothetically, that you went to Harvard. Are you meaning to tell me that you wouldn't don a blonde wig and wear pink clothing while carrying around a tiny dog? I mean, who wouldn't want to do that? And guess where the only place is that will accommodate such an experience? Fucking Harvard. It only makes sense, Donald. I can't dumb it down for you any further.
I'm inclined to agree with Ben here. Legally, blonde is and should be the only reason why Harvard deserves its spot at the top of the S tier.
Are you two drag queens done prancing around like a bunch of fucking sissy girls? Why the fuck does wearing pink and pretending to be Reese Witherspoon make Harvard the fucking S tier of all these goddamn schools? Do you even fucking hear yourselves right now? I swear to God, you two would probably rank some fucking gay strip club at S tier if it was on this list.
Donald, what if I told you that the school stopped admitting Chinese students? Would that make Harvard an S tier school for you?
Well, since you put it that way, put Harvard up to a D tier and let's call it a fucking day.
Look, Donald, as a fellow alumni from Harvard, I have to say that I feel sorry for you. That fact that you cannot see the cultural significance of Legally Blonde, and how important it is for the modern-day male to prance around wearing pink clothes and blonde hair proves to me that you don't deserve an opinion on this ranking. That is why I not only cast my vote for Harvard to be at S tier, but I also request that the first draft pick for tiebreaker duct tape Donald's mouth and tie him to that chair so we can move on and come to a consensus.
Hey guys, it's Joe. While the gang ties up Donald and locks him in the closet for his blasphemy against Legally Blonde, I just wanted to share a few words from myself, the gang, and the editor. I know that applying to colleges is a daunting experience, and that waves upon waves of uncertainty plague you if you find yourself in this situation. However, everyone on the team wanted to let you know that no matter what school you get into, you will always be a very special part of this channel. No matter what happens on decision days, just know that myself, the other presidents, the other guests who appear on this show, and the editor himself care deeply about you. Don't let a school get to your head. You are important and special no matter where you go. Thanks so much for sticking around. Please feel free to like, subscribe, and post a comment with ideas for future videos.